missing numbers. Or missing hashtags. And today specifically we are talking about missing them in addition problems. For example, here is our problem. 8 plus the letter W equals 15. Now before we go any farther with this, I'm just going to tell you, I had this very same discussion with 7th grade today. The stuff you are doing today comes up in 7th grade. And I had to scold them because they didn't do what I told them and they got the problem wrong because they thought they knew what to do. So, what's the lesson there? Yeah, that's a good one. Because I know what mistakes you'll make because I've done this for a very long time. And here's what I want. Any missing number problem, kids, this is what you need to think about if you want to get them right. If you want to get them wrong, go ahead and do it your own way. I'm not saying you will, but I'm saying you're leaving yourself open to it. Right here is what I want you to write down. Think of an easier type, an easier problem of the same type. To figure out what you should do. And that won't make any sense until you actually talk about this. A picture is worth 1,000 words, as the saying goes. Everybody got that written down? So I'll give you a little chance here. I know it's a lot. Most of you, or some of you, or a few of you, or quite possibly one of you, could probably tell me how I'd find the answer to that problem. How would I find the answer to that problem? Jacob?
You could subtract 15 minus 8.
Correct. That's what I do. But how do I know that I don't add it? Why wouldn't I add 15 and 8? That's a good question. It'll give you the wrong answer here. What I mean by doing this, okay, what I mean by doing this is this. This is an addition problem. So you get to pick any easy addition problem that you know, whatever, maybe it's 6 plus 1 is 7. Right? Everybody's with me on that? 6 plus 1 is 7. These are both addition problems. This one's missing the middle here. If I didn't know that this was a 1, what do I do with 7 and 6 to get 1? Which is what you said, Madison, you subtract. So 15 minus 8 is 7. Okay, so that would be what W is. And if you could, you need to make sure when you have these problems, you write that problem down. I need to see this, I need to see your work, and then I need to see W equals 7, because that's what equals there. Now, the reason I tell you that's important, I'm going to jump ahead a couple problems, because what if the problem was a subtraction problem? What if it was 13 minus x is 4? And what if it was w minus 6 is 2? Now, let's just jump at this here. When you look at this right here, you see w minus 6 is 2. A lot of people will see the 6 and the 2 and think the number 4. Did anybody think 4 to the answer to this? Come on, raise your hand. Somebody, please raise your hand. Help me out there. Admit it, because you're just going to be a case. Some of you looked at this and automatically thought 4. Good. Let's just carry on from there. We'll get back to that in a minute. Well, here you go. Follow Mr. Hahn's little helpful rules of advice here. Give me some subtraction problem. Any easy subtraction problem that you, Lauren, any easy subtraction problem?
5 minus 2.
Okay, 5 minus 2 is 3, right? let's do that. 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, let's start with the top one. If I'm missing the middle, and I have 5 and 3, what do I do with 5 and 3 to get 2? I subtract, right? So 13 minus 4 is going to give me 9. So x equals 9. Now this is where you get clubbed in the head with this here. What about on this problem here? If I'm missing the first part of the problem, if I was missing this 5, what do I do to 2 and 3 to get 5? Lauren? So that's what you should have done here. 6 plus 2 is 8, not 4, because 4 minus 6 doesn't give you 2. Actually, we can't even do 4 minus 6, can we? You have 4 things, take 6 away, you actually get negative numbers. And that is why you need to get yourself in the habit, when you're missing a number, just think of an easy problem, because you got to find the process to do it. And it's not always as easy as you think. So think about that. Let's do a couple more. 35 plus m equals 67. Go ahead and think of an easy problem. Maybe this time I think 7 plus 2 is 9. If I'm missing the middle here. If I was missing the middle of this 2, what do I do with 9 and 7 to get 2? I subtract. So I'm going to subtract 67 minus 35 and get 32. And that's what my letter M equals. And the beauty is that that works for just about any problem you could have. You could have this. You could have 1 million, well no, you could have this. You could have the letter B plus 1,367,241 equals 1,736,502. And while those are great big long numbers, okay, if you just figure out the process, am I adding or subtracting here, you can probably work with it. And I would still think of an easy problem. Maybe this time I'm going to say 8 plus 2 is 10. If I don't know the first number here, what do I do with 10 and 2 to figure out that it's 8? Zach, you're going to subtract. You're going to take this one from that one, and that's the same thing I would do here. Can you guys do these long subtraction problems? I'm pretty sure you can, can't you? But we subtracted these, it's all the same. What do you think we get there? 1, what is this? 5, 4, 10, 6, 2, 3, 2, 16, 9, 7, 6, 12, 6. Is that right? Everybody get that same thing? How many of you had this problem already? So B equals that big long number. One more, somebody say, let's do one more, I'm so excited about this. Nobody, just me? You will run across problems that look like this. 15 plus 20 plus 6 plus W equals 55. Now, first of all, this one, I mean, you don't want to think of an easy problem just yet. Anybody know what I probably should do here first? Sylvia? Yeah, put all of these together and get it down to one number. Because otherwise you're working with a whole bunch of numbers that you don't need to. So if you add 15 plus 20 plus 6, looks like I get 41. And once you do that, 41 plus W equals 55. Then it becomes just like all the other problems that we just did. Where you'll think of an easy problem, maybe it's, I don't know, what have we done yet? 3 plus 4 is 7. If you don't know the middle, what do you do with 7 and 3 to get 4? Subtract 55 minus 41 equals 14. So W equals 14. You think you got a firm grasp of reality?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Good, me too.